Hi guys, how you doing? It's Rich with Pit Lane Sim Racing. Today, F1 Manager 22 gave us some insight as to what we can expect in the 1.7 update. Please do make sure you're liking the video and also subscribing to the channel. I'm going to run through everything that they listed in their short little broadcast and also the window for the release that they're aiming for. First of all, they mentioned fuel delta. This is the little bit when you push in the pace and things like that. And most people have commented how in traffic you don't use as much fuel. When you're out of traffic, you're using a lot more. This has been the assumption with this has been that you're using the slipstream, so you're using less fuel, which makes sense. But maybe they've decided it's overpowered one way or the other, so maybe they're just going to bring that window of performance together. So indeed, you do use more fuel when you're out of traffic, but you use less, but not quite as little when you're in traffic. I think that would be correct. You expect to save some fuel when you're in traffic, in the slipstream and such, but sometimes it does feel a little bit unbalanced. I've certainly had races where when I'm in clean air, I've had to conserve nearly the entire race, which I'm not sure is entirely correct. But I think that's what they're going to work on with the fuel delta. Secondly, AI car behavior. Specifically in blue flags and lapped car scenarios, and I think this is going to be welcomed by the entire community. I think for the most part, people are really happy with F1 Manager, and the feedback I've had is that it's an amazing game. I absolutely adore it, but this is one of the gripes when you're in a really good position and for no reason whatsoever your driver just decides he's going to anchor up behind the car that he's lapping, and it just ruins your race. It ruins your race because you lose seconds and you can't make them back up and things. So they are looking to improve that behavior, make it smoother and things like that. My opinion on this is I expect this to take a couple of patches unless they absolutely nail it, but I do think this will take more work than one patch. I think it's going to be one of those behaviors where just through sheer usage there might be some weird behavior introduced or it's not quite worked, things like that. But as long as we can see that there's an improvement, then I think everyone's going to be happy. That's my personal opinion. Maybe they nail it first time. I hope they nail it first time, but I think we should give them a little bit of slack. I think they're going to get it right, but maybe it might take one more update, maybe. UI placement for widescreen users is another update that they've got. I'm not sure, I've not used this, but I guess this is just the parts of the screen when you're in the race and all the information is maybe it's too narrow on a widescreen screen. I've not seen this. Car part balancing. Again, they didn't elaborate too much, but I think this is to do with when you're doing updates in season, that maybe some parts are more overpowered than others, and it maybe pays to improve, say, the front wing a lot more than the suspension. I think they're intending to balance that out, and this can only be a good thing, so that you really have to look at what you're intending to improve going forward. Another really welcome thing that got mentioned was tyre balancing. I'm really happy that they're going to be taking a look at this. This is going to be looking at the delta between them and also the speed of the tyre as they wear. This is a fantastic thing. Specifically with the AI as well, I've definitely noticed that tyre wear seems to affect them less. Sometimes they get below 30% and they don't fall off a cliff like I seem to. But improvements in this, again, much like the AI car behavior, as long as we get some kind of sort of incremental improvement, I think this is really good. And just improvement moving forward. And I'm really glad this is so focused. This is 100% listening to the people who have bought the game, listening to their genuine feedback. I'm sure they've separated out some of the stuff that doesn't matter quite as much. This stuff really matters. It really does for the general use of the game. And I'm very welcoming of these. Now, when's it out? I know everyone wants it. They're aiming for the week of 19th to the 23rd of September. In that window, that is their aim, so long as everything tests okay and everything is okay. Now, I don't know whether that's Steam release or they're intending to have it approved onto consoles for that time, but that is their window. That is their target for the update, basically, 19th to the 21st. But that's not concrete. It is coming for there. They were just basically saying they want to get it to us. They want to make sure it's right. That is their target. So I think really, hopefully, if it's not that window, before the end of September, which again, if these updates nail what they're intending to, it would be brilliant. And I think people would be okay waiting to the end of the month as long as these issues were firmly addressed. What do you think, guys, to these updates? And is there anything else you would like to see updated sooner rather than later? Please let me know down in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you in the next one.